I thank my honourable friend for giving way, and I thank him for bringing this subject into this chamber. It's very, very important. But will he agree with me that the only way that we know the full scale of these vile crimes in Bradford is for a full Rotherham-type review, investigation? And would he also agree with me that certain local politicians on the council and the mayor should hang their heads in shame?
Well, I think my honourable friend makes a very valid point that we absolutely need to understand, Madam Deputy Speaker, the scale of the issue across the Bradford district. And I will come on to that point later in my speech. Issue once and for all.
Would honourable friend give way, please?
The alarming rise of grooming gangs in Bradford has shaken the very fabric of the community. These vile crimes, often ignored or downplayed, are not just a stain on the city's reputation, but a tragedy for the victims whose voices remain unheard. Despite repeated warnings and calls for action, the local council and leaders seem to have turned a blind eye. The time has come for a comprehensive investigation that not only exposes the truth, but ensures justice is served. Stay with us as we uncover the dark truths of Bradford's grooming gangs, reveal the negligence of local leaders, and demand accountability for the safety of future generations. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more eye-opening content. The only way to address the full scope of these heinous crimes is through a thorough, Rod Saint-style review investigation. This would expose the extent of the problem across the Bradford district and bring perpetrators to justice. However, it's equally crucial to address the negligence of certain local politicians who, instead of protecting the community, have turned a blind eye. Systemic failures. Local councils and law enforcement agencies have repeatedly failed to act on early warnings. Victims ignored. The voices of countless victims have been sidelined, amplifying their trauma. Leadership accountability. Leaders who ignored this issue for political gains must face the consequences of their inaction. Once the grooming gangs are brought to justice, the spotlight must shift to those who allowed this crisis to fester. The frustration of residents is understandable, and many believe that the lazy, ineffective politicians who failed to act should face serious repercussions. Accountability isn't just about punishing the guilty. It's about ensuring that such negligence never happens again.
I think my honourable friend for giving way is very generous for this time. Does he agree with me that once this inquiry takes place and we get to the bottom of this and these grooming gangs are put away where they rightly belong in prison, then the next call will be these lazy politicians and they need locking up too?
I thank my honourable friend's intervention, and I sincerely agree with his frustration that local leaders are not taking this seriously.
Transparent inquiries. Ensure independent and impartial investigations to prevent cover-ups. Community reforms. Empower local communities with the tools to recognize and report abuse. Leadership overhaul. Replace ineffective leaders with individuals committed to public welfare. The Bradford grooming gang scandal is a wake-up call for the entire nation. Without decisive action, this cycle of abuse and negligence will only continue. Justice for the victims isn't just about prosecuting the perpetrators, but also about addressing the systemic failures that allowed these crimes to happen. If you believe in justice and accountability, share this video and spread awareness. Let's demand answers from those in power and ensure no victim is ever ignored again. Subscribe to our channel and join us in this fight for truth and justice.